Why? What?
Watch.
I cannot.
It's not,
Cannot.
it's a trick. You gotta. It's practice.
Where is he? He's see it already, but he haven't joined yet.
Okay. See the link. Okay. So what are you gonna say for the intro?
Where I was and where I went. Don't worry, I remember that.
Cool. Make sure I have all my stuff. Oh,
Hi,
there
Adam.
he is. Adam, how's it going?
Okay, Adam, can you hear us? Hi, Adam.
Can't hear. No audio on your side, Adam. I think I heard something.
Okay.
Success.
Okay. How are you?
Hi, Adam.
Good, thanks. Hello.
How
Hello,
you,
Tom.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Nice to
Not
finally.
too bad.
Nice to meet you. Okay.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Yeah.
Hopefully I probably seem a little bit familiar. You had a chance to watch me on video a little bit, right?
Yes, I have seen all of them.
Okay. So, so here's kind of the plan. Okay, so first, so first of all, how you doing on all the assignments and everything? You good? You got all that ready?
Yeah, I get all.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
in my-
Did you get? I know I kind of gave you. Thank you. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I sent you kind of stuff last minute. Me and Debbie have been working very hard on this because we've been
Okay.
trying to get this done. I'm about to head out of town, so we're trying to get it all done before I go on a business trip.
Okay.
So the stuff that we just sent you regarding like the income statement, the business numbers and all that, you had a chance to go through all that?
Yeah. But to tell you the truth, I have zero knowledge of all the numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, I never been involved with the numbers in my business. I sort of get the gist of it, but not completely.
Okay. Did you have a chance to go through part 3, how to create a business plan?
Yes, I did. This one right there.
Awesome. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's why you are my favorite students. I love you.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so let's see here. How do you like the video series so far? You find it helpful? Did you learn a few things?
Yes, of course. I did learn a lot, especially the last 8 weeks with Debbie, and I also taken some notes from all your 3 videos. I think so 3 or 4, 3. I think.
Well, if you count the intro,
With introduction.
with the introduction is 4.
Yeah. I sort of get the I have to get the breakdown of all the videos and that related to my business. How can I related to my business and break it all of them down.
Good.
Oh, awesome.
Good. Great. And then, so what do you think? So what do you think is probably the one biggest thing that you got from the video so far? The aha moment. What do you think?
The aha moment. What is it? Yeah. I think it's finding the unique selling proposition, especially knowing the numbers where I need to get more involved with. I think my partners knows better. My marketing knows even better. I think he's the one who developed how do we structure our pricing. I haven't involved in that because I primarily doing like a chef, kitchen work. I do all the cooking, all the.
You are doing the strategy part, right?
Not really the strategy, more like the physical part, quote unquote.
Okay.
When you say the chef part, are you referring to working as a chef, or are you saying you're more hands-on in your business?
Hands-on in the business.
Gotcha. Okay. Here's an interesting to think about real quick. Just a quick a tip here. if you don't know what's happening around your business, it's very hard to figure out what to be cooking when you're in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And if you don't know your numbers, you don't know if you're cooking something that people like or they don't like.
Yeah.
You don't know if what you're cooking is being undersold or oversold. You don't know. You don't
I
know.
think sorry.
It's
Go
okay.
ahead.
No, whenever you got something to say, please say whatever you want to say.
Mostly the latter. I probably oversold and not being properly compensated.
Yeah, I think you're undercompensated probably at least 10 grand per project.
Yeah.
No, that's a minimum. A minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now the way that your positioning is, you don't have that kind of altitude in the negotiation to demand that kind of price tag. Especially when you got a potential client that comes to your site and your video is not working.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very, very low response on the video, except for a few spam. Yeah, nothing else.
Well, I wouldn't. Well, when the video is not up, it's kind of hard to get a high response.
Yeah, based on the video with Debbie 2 weeks ago, I sort of get the we need to change the strategy of how we communicate our business because Debbie mentioned about being too generic. Yeah, I agree. Actually, it's too general. There's no specific of what we're doing, and what differentiate us with others. Because there's other company businesses that doing exactly the same like we did, but we don't know for sure how to differentiate about that.
Yeah, I'm going to explain it to you. We're gonna get an audit on your website here. We're gonna go through it, and I'm going to just literally just tear it apart and give you some good ideas. I spent at least an hour and a half on your website. So okay, real quick though, before we continue, so as far as video series, the big thing is the numbers, right? That was a big one. Did you get any other ideas as far as any other models you could incorporate into your business to make more money? Any ideas there?
I'm not so sure about that at the moment.
Okay. All right. Okay, because we talked about different kinds of online businesses. So just real quickly, just kind of go through the notes real quick. So video 1, video 2, video 3. Kind of like what you got. What'd you pick up?
Video 1.
Yesterday you mentioned to me about incorporating the information business to your existing business as well, right?
Yeah.
And we also mentioning in the course, like during the 8-week course, like instead of trying to educate every single client, we need to make it automatically done, so that it actually help you to grow faster and just focusing on what's matter.
So you're saying right now, well, you're saying that you spent a great time educating on the potential client on your service so they can become aware of the problem and the solution and what they should pay for. Right?
Something like that.
Something like that? Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure how to say it, yeah.
But basically what Debbie is saying is that you got to kind of, when you meet somebody, you got to spend a lot of time educating them yourself, right?
I don't think that's a necessarily bad thing because we never went to the same problem for every project. So as usually different problem for each project. So the solution is always different, different than before. So yeah, we're getting something about we get a good idea how to solve problems, because we have like 9 years and then different problem every time, but we never went back to the same solution.
Interesting. Okay.
So the customer always requests different kind of solution, different kind of project.
Okay.
The same problem, different solution.
Right. Same kind of problem, but you keep on providing a custom service, correct?
That's correct.
Custom tailored. Okay, so let's go through the notes real quick, and we're going to get on with the training. So what do you get in video 1?
Video 1 is about the minimal capital, scalable, passive income, what is it?
Video one is about why do you need to start an online
Yes.
business.
Yeah, that's why. That's the why.
Yeah. So what do you learn?
So you said scalable, right? Scalable, right?
Huh?
You said scalable, right?
Scalable. I think yeah, we need to scalable our business. I don't know about passive income. Is not really on my mind at the moment, but
Okay.
I'm more focusing on my business right at the moment.
Okay, you want to make it scalable. Okay.
Yeah, using tools that can cut down expenses.
Mhm.
Yeah. On top of that, create extra time for myself.
Right,
Freedom.
because you got a lot of the workload going on, right? You're doing a lot of
Yeah.
work. Okay, so it sounds to me basically what you want here is the big problem that Adam is having is that he's working a lot of hours for a minimum return. And so that means Adam is basically trying to say that he wants to be able to charge more, right? For his time.
Not so much about charging more, but getting more customer.
Okay, more customers, okay. So
More
you're basically saying
customers.
you do a lot of work up front and you don't get enough customers for that work.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where you. Okay, so you're saying you put a lot of time in trying to get customers when you wish you got more customers for the same outreach work you put in.
Yeah. Maybe like the same solution that we already applied to other customer, we can apply to another customer, but tailor made for their business.
Right. Okay.
Um, um, Getting more income
Right.
to the company.
Right. The problem is that all your income is hourly based. Your time and your income are directly attached to each other, and since you have that, you're always going to feel overworked. So until you fix that problem to where you can actually your income can be created without your time, then it'll be okay. So we'll get into that later though. I just want to kind of see where you're at with the notes, so I kind of get an idea. So so scalable. You want to be able to work less. You want to be able to have to work less time to acquire a customer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're basically saying there in the numbers terms, because everything's about the numbers, everything is. So you're saying is your CAC cost is too high. CAC is your customer acquisition cost. So so what you're saying is the time that it costs you to acquire customers is very high. Right.
I don't know. Maybe yeah.
Right.
Yes, because yes, it's true because you mentioned previously in the our 8 weeks training that you spend a lot of time to research, to explain,
I see what you
right?
mean.
Yeah,
I see
Yes.
what you
that's what Thomas means with
So
the
customer
CA,
cost.
customer
So
acquisition.
we'll talk about that later. But customer cost is any cost that's involved to get the customer. That's your time, an employee's time, going to the grocery store and buying them cereal, whatever it is that you're doing. That is part of the. So what you have to do is let me ask you a quick question. It's just yes or no answer. Whenever you go to acquire a customer, have you ever timed how long it took you from the moment you met them to closing the sale? Have you ever timed that? No, you haven't. Nope. The answer is no.
I don't think so. Yeah, I see.
Okay, the answer is no. If the answer is
No,
yes,
it's
right. So what I'm saying is, therefore, what's happening is that means you don't know your CAC. You have no idea what it costs you to acquire customers, so you don't even know if you're actually making money from the customer. You don't know. You don't know right now if you're better off at a job or in your business. You don't know. For hypothetically speaking, if a client is only paying you $5,000, but then it costs you $6,000 to acquire that client, but you're not going to know that if you don't know your CAC. But let's not talk about that right now. Okay, so I just want to get back on track. So, so scalable, the workload, I got that. Okay, so next video. So when it comes to what online businesses start.
Yeah. What? The what? Yeah.
What are the best online business to start?
I don't know. Drop shipping sort of interesting because I recently registered as a technology partner for Intel.
Okay.
That is the purpose for that is so maybe we can find a partner that that can support us with hardware. Like this latest project, I've been talking to people from Intel, and they say they looking for somebody or partners that can work with using the technology. And I asked them, we are explaining about our latest project, they said they can provide us with a hardware. So I registered myself to Intel. I got a number. I got all the link. They said they will provide me with information about supplier in Indonesia, Intel supplier.
Okay.
But unfortunately, their response is a bit slow, so we have to make a decision.
Okay, so now I have a question for you. So what problem is this hardware going to solve?
Experiment, research.
So you're saying is you want this hardware so you can research what?
Solution. We make an application for photography.
So you want to make an application with this hardware?
Yeah, we make it with a different platform. We want to change it to another platform, which is Windows.
Okay, so you need this hardware to help deliver your service to your client.
Yeah.
Then okay.
Just sort of borrow. They loan us with their hardware for a week or two, and as a what do you call it? Is that qualify as a proof of concept?
When you say for their hardware?
Yeah, using their hardware, you can achieve the solution.
Well, proof of concept means that you have a service. Okay, so proof of concept basically means is you're trying to prove that your solution can validate. Sorry, proof of concept is when you're trying. Proof of concept is when you have a solution that has been proven and validated to solve a problem. That's basically what that is. So, for example, if I say, okay, so you have a problem. Well, I have this solution. Okay, but then the question is it valid though? Will it actually work? Is it proof that it will work? Right? And then that's proof of concept. So if I say, XYZ happened, so-and-so, then it's proof of concept. So this hardware, if you've been using this hardware to help you deliver your product or your service to your client, then it's proof of concept that the hardware is good because your client's happy.
Okay. Actually, this concept is already proven using, let's put it simply, we're using Mac before, and we're trying to use a PC-based computer, which is already proven. Yeah, it can be done.
So my question for you now, to invest in this hardware for your company, what's the goal with this hardware? Is it to lower your CAC, your customer cost, a lesser expense for the customer to deliver the solution and service, or is it to help you provide a better product? So basically, are you trying to provide a better product with this hardware, or are you trying to cut out some expenses in delivering your service?
I think it is the second one. What was the second one?
Lowering cost.
No, I think the next one.
Okay, so there's two. So what you're trying to do is what you're trying to do is with this hardware. What you're trying to do is you're trying to improve the efficiency of process. You're trying.
That's yeah.
Okay. So
I think sort of the first one as well, lowering the cost. I think Apple product is quite high.
What do you pay somebody to use their software to deliver your service?
I'm sorry?
What do you pay okay, so basically you lease this software, so then you can then provide the service to the client, and then you give them back the hardware once you're done.
We ended up buying the hardware ourselves because they weren't able. The people from Intel weren't able to move quick enough, so we made the decision of buying the hardware ourselves.
So now that you have the hardware, why do you need more hardware?
Because Intel doesn't only provide PC. They have other products. They have other such as Intel RealSense, like a camera that can capture a gesture. We already make a research about that. It's already proven it works. We use different kind of hardware before, but that's for another project. And I think this project is we are tied to some institution. They are looking for a solution for photography using one of those green screen photography.
Yep.
Yeah, sort of like that. But we kind of make a little bit different that already exists in the market.
So is this all about your BitPlay business, or is there something else that you're doing?
That's the thing. our business is about well, as I've told Debbie, it's about providing solution. So it's not always tied to like a presentation system or a photography system or anything like that. Basically, if there's a client came up with a problem, we try to solve them.
Okay.
So that's why it's never the same from project to project. It's always different. So sort of not exactly go back to scratch, but yeah, sometimes the solution that we provide with previous client, it cannot be applied to another client.
Yeah,
It applies.
I understand. We have an issue here with the business, but we're not going to get into that at the moment. But I'm going to take note
Okay.
of that, and we're going to come back to that.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. So basically, you're going to get hardware to help you expand your
Yeah.
services to solve more
We
problems.
always need a hardware. Yeah, we always need a hardware.
But you're trying to get more hardware so you can solve more problems, right?
Depend on the project.
Right. But you're going
If
to.
it's the same, if it's the same, we can always use our currently own product.
The hardware that you got, the hardware that you already have, if it's already a problem you've already solved.
Yeah.
But and so it sounds like you went from leasing hardware to just buying it.
Buying it.
Right, because you realized that the cost was too high for it was taking too much out of your paycheck to be leasing hardware, right?
Yeah, something like. I think it's a decision of the board of the director. Uh, we have one hardware that quite expensive. Now, I personally told my partner that we need to sell this hardware more. I don't know, it's qualified as leasing, but
What's
it's
the
sort of like
what's the problem the hardware solves?
well, basically it's just a monitor, a screen monitor, but you can scale it. You know, like a
Right.
video wall, but with the advantage of being interactive.
So it's like a big projection screen.
No, it's a LCD.
Okay, and you can basically you can touch it and it's interactive.
Yes, that's correct.
And you can make
my partner that we need to sell this more.
But you can basically you can make the screen as big as you want.
Sorry?
You can make the screen as big as you want.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay. So again, you got to figure out what problem it's solving, and then you find the people that have that problem, and then you provide the solution, right? So the question is, who has the problem?
Yeah.
So is that right there? Is that also part of BitPlay? Or is that a separate business?
Yes, it's part of BitPlay.
So you said there's, okay, BitPlay, is it your business, or are you like a co-owner, or how does that work?
Okay. Our company is called Hitech. This is this umbrella company, and there's a 3 branch. Me is over here. BitPlay is over here. It's one of the service that Hitech provide. All of them is about media. It's media monitoring, social media management, and multimedia.
So you're so you specialize in helping user experience for the client, right? You help deliver the user experience for the.
Do you familiar with BTL, below the line?
I think I read that. I think I read that somewhere on your website, I believe.
Yeah, it's that's for a specific customer within an event, a specialized event.
Yeah.
For example,
a quick question. So under the umbrella, there's you, and who else is under the umbrella? How many other companies? How many?
I don't think it's qualified as a company. It's a division.
Okay, so what? How many divisions do you have?
3.
Okay, so just quickly, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. So the other 2 divisions, what is their specialty?
The one division is media monitoring. It's more ATL, above the line.
What's that?
Media monitoring.
What does that mean?
We record TV 24 hours a day, and we tag all the program, including the advertising programs, and then we are comparing its broadcast to the data from Nielsen. It's sort of like an audit system to determine the effectiveness of clients' investment for
on their ads.
On their ads, yeah.
So you're basically allowing them to split test their advertising and see what's working, what's not working.
That's correct.
Well, that's pretty fucking cool. Okay, so what's the other one? What's the other one?
Social media management. I think you're already familiar with
Social media management. So you have another, they're basically helping companies with their social media.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and then here you are, is you actually go in with the client one-on-one and help them with their user experience.
Yes, that's correct.
Like a UX designer, but you're actually going in there and like making their product like a whole little experience itself.
Basically, we're trying to create, here I'm writing here, a PowerPoint on steroid.
Right, okay. It's a very, okay, so I got that, mental notes, this is all good information. Okay, so back to the online business. So what are the best online business do you think? What do you think?
The best online business?
Yeah.
Just to clarify a little bit, okay, because I think that Adam is going a bit off track, okay. So based on what I know about you right now, and also from our previous conversation, you actually have three big problems, right?
Oh, no, not yet. I just want to see about the video, the video. So hold that thought. I got that. I'm just trying to quickly get past the video stuff because he's allowing me to figure out where Adam's at. Hold on. Hold that thought, Debbie.
Sure.
So, what do you think is the best online? Because everything we're talking about, we're going to eventually incorporate into your business. I got to see what you're thinking to incorporate into your business. So what do you think is the best online business based on?
Information business is the best one for me.
Okay. Information business. Is there number two?
That's correctly that I'm doing right now.
Okay.
The information business.
Yeah.
How are you doing that right now?
Well, I'm pretty good, I think, maybe.
But when you say you're already doing the information business, is that what you said?
But I don't think it's an online for me. I'm doing information business. I don't think it's qualified as an online business.
So what do you mean by your way of information business? Are you providing somebody a solution with information?
Currently, yes. I think so.
What's that problem? What's the problem you're helping solve?
But it's not an online business. It's an offline.
So, but what's the problem you're solving with your information?
With our information? What do I start?
Just tell me, just simple. Just make it simple. What's the problem you're solving with your information?
With the solution or with the business itself?
Okay? You said you're already in the information business, correct?
Yeah. What I'm doing currently doing right now.
So what is the problem you're solving with your information?
Basically, I'm doing a lot of system analysis for clients' business. I'm basically trying to break down their product and services and how to present that to general people. Do you get it?
So you're breaking down their services and you're trying to educate them on how to incorporate your product?
And more like their product, not our product. I'm just providing a service. Yeah.
Okay, so basically go to the company and you look at the different tools you're using and then you say, hey, here's a more efficient way to use your tool.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so what are the tools you're helping them with? What are some things that you would go in there and help them figure out?
Basically just trying, as I said before, trying to create a presentation system using a customized programming, and then try to determine, like the last project quite a long time ago, we determined that what kind of user that this company has, what are their interests in that event, because we usually doing a presentation system for event, right? So the solution, it depends really on the position of the booth itself within the venue, the kind of people that visit that venue, and then including how that relate to the business that they're doing.
So basically what you're doing is you're going to the company and you walk in there and you say, show me what you're doing. Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah.
And then you monitor, you look at their activity and you say, okay, well, based off what you're doing, here are some things that you should change. And then while you're changing these things, I think you could actually incorporate one of our 3 services under our umbrella.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Like that.
So,
And
okay.
I forgot what I was going to say. It's okay.
It's okay. But are you basically saying that me and you're on the same page right now?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thomas, you are a little bit too fast. I think so. Here's the thing about Adam. He is not 100% native speaker in English, and he probably a little bit difficult to understand your whole question. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's the
Adam. If I ever say something and you need clarification, please let me know. Please let me know.
No worries.
thing. Okay.
Anything that I've said so far that you want me to elaborate on?
No, just go ahead. I'll figure it out.
Okay, so I got that. Okay, so you gave me some good ideas. I'm learning about your business. This is why this is important. Okay, the other thing I want to ask you now, as far as the business plan, any questions about that? What did you get from that video?
Well, the business plan, yeah, about the client transformation. What do you mean by that?
So this is one of your questions for the video?
Yeah.
So before I answer your questions, I will right after this, but first tell me, what are some of the things that you learned from that video that...
The third one?
Yeah.
The numbers, okay. And what else?
Okay. Why called bit play?
No.
Well,
No, hold on. No, the video series, when we talked about, I'm sorry, on the video series, what are some things in the last video, the third video, that when it comes to writing a business plan in that video, what are some things that you thought were important that you learned?
Mainly about knowing the numbers.
The numbers, that was the big one?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was.
Okay, good. Okay, now I want to ask you, okay, so far now with all these videos, do you have any questions regarding any of these videos? Any questions?
Yeah, about the numbers.
Okay, so basically your question is about the numbers, and you also
And
had
how to reverse engineer the number.
okay. Okay, yeah, because that's the secret sauce right there.
Yeah.
So there's another question that I think you said that you had. That was the only question?
Client's transformation.
Okay, so what do you mean by that question? Say the question one more time.
The client transformation. What does that mean?
The client transformation. Is that what I said? Did I say that in the video for the business plan?
I think yeah. But you didn't elaborate more. I don't think so.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it quick to precise. This is good question. Very good question. And again, any questions you have, please write them down, because eventually me and Debbie's going to make a video of all of the client's questions and make it into one video.
Okay.
So the client transformation, I believe I mentioned that at proof of concept, I believe. That's where I mentioned that at. Again, part of the proof of concept is client transformation, because this is what it is. Any business, really, if you're providing a product that's more than $10, that's $50 or so or more, it's going to create some kind of transformation for that potential customer or that customer. And the question is what is that transformation you're trying to deliver, and can you prove that it works? Because the thing is, nobody really cares about your software. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about your product. Nobody cares about your information course. Nobody cares about your hardware. Nobody cares. The only thing people care is about their transformation, right? Because what's happening is, when you have a high level service, people are trying to transform from night to day, or they're trying to go from A to Z. They want to transform, and they're stuck. So when people invest in a high-end service like yours, they want to complete some kind of transformation, right? They want to change something. There's something, there's a big cloud over their head, and they want to get rid of it. So, and the question is, what will create that transformation? So that's what I meant by proof of concept. So it's important in your product, for your business plan, you want to ask yourself, okay, so I have a product. Okay, is this product, is it unique? Does it have a USP, a unique selling point, also known as positioning yourself to sell uniquely in the marketplace? And then if you have this USP, and if you have this product, do you have proof of concept on the transformation? Is it going to deliver a transformation, right? Can it promise that? And if it doesn't, you want to have that built into the promise of the product, is the transformation. Like, here we have this service that's going to provide you this transformation. Because the thing is, if you want somebody to invest at $1,000 and up, whether it's 1,000, 5 grand, 10 grand, or 20 grand, okay, people are investing in a transformation. Not a transition, a transformation. A transition is more like toothpaste, right? Okay. But a transformation is like, hey, I need a whole set of teeth, right? So like you, for example, a transition might be, hey, you know what? I need a new screen for my presentation. But a transformation is, hey, you know what? My customers don't understand my product. If they don't, we're going to fail. So I need somebody to come in here and make sure that they do. That's a transformation, right? So that's what I meant. And you want to have proof of concept of that transformation. And if your product doesn't have a transformation, then it's not really a good product. Continue. Go ahead.
One other thing that our solution is never meant to be a long-term solution. So the software that we develop never reaches a month. After that, it's already obsolete.
But the software that you're making for these people is to help them with their product, right?
Yeah, for a very short term.
So their product is only good for the month?
No, the product, service and product is always been there, but the way we present the service product to customer is only meant for that specific time. Next time it will be different completely.
So I have a question. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do businesses change over time?
No, it's always like this.
But I have a question for you. Businesses that grow from 1 employee to 10 employees, do they kind of change a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Companies that go from $10,000 a month to $100,000 a month, do they kind of evolve their product and services?
Yeah, sort of like that.
Right. Companies that go from $100,000 a month to $1 million a month, do they kind of evolve their products and services a little bit?
Yeah.
Do they innovate?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Apple?
Yes, of course.
Right. So they never say this. They never say this. It's always going to be like this. Instead, they ask themselves, how can we make it like this? How can we innovate? So you've been doing this business for a long time, and things haven't been changing, and you're operating in a way where it's impossible for you to get to where you want to go. So if you want to get from 10 grand a month to 100 grand a month, you can't do the same things that got you to 10K. You got to change things and turn things. A company that's making 100 grand a month is not operating the same way a company making 10 grand a month. They're not. They're not offering the same kind of services. They're not offering the same kind of things. A company that's making 100K a month, their service doesn't become obsolete after 30 days.
Okay.
You see? So this is something to think about. But we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm absorbing everything that you're saying. So this time that you're talking is very important. It helps me help you.
Okay, I think you guys are a little bit off track.
but no, it's good. No, we're good because I need to know these things. This is very important.
Because what Adam said, he is actually mentioning that most of his product is mainly based for the events, which is actually for a short term.
Correct.
Correct,
but which is
you want to change the business plan to also think for the long-term plan.
Correct. So what you've done is you've internalized what's called a bottleneck in your business.
Correct.
You know what a bottleneck is? It's kind of like, for example, if you have a sink and you have water and you want the water to go down, right? Let's say, for example, you're in your bathtub and you're trying to take a bath, and you're laying there in the bathtub, and if the water goes up a foot, you drown.
Yeah.
So let's say you're laying in the bathtub, the water's draining, so you're not worrying about drowning, you're just staying there, laying there, getting wet. Right? But let's say, for example, you fall asleep, right? Then all of a sudden, let's say, for example, there's a clog in the drain, and now the bathtub fills up. And before you know it, you're choking on water. So this is what happens to a lot of businesses, right? They start choking. They're like, okay, well, we've been doing this for a long time, we're spinning our wheels, what's happening? So you are actually creating, because what you think is what you should be doing, and it's worked, so that's why you did it, right? But now it's created a problem. So now something needs to change, right? But it's good though. It's good that you got here, right? It's good. Because here's the thing. One of two things will happen in your business. One of two things. Every business will plateau. Every business will plateau at the 10K mark, okay, the 50K mark, 100K mark, million mark, $1 million mark. Every business will plateau. The reason why I called the 1K mark is because that's where you're going to hit a plateau. The reason why then it's called the 10K mark is because then you will hit a plateau, a bottleneck. And then why it's called the $1 million mark, because that's where you kind of hit another bottleneck, a plateau, and things change along the way. So to not go off topic is that, again, you gotta grow with the times. You can't, as Einstein said, if you know who that is, you can't solve a problem at the same level of thinking that it was created, right? You have to evolve, right? You can't make 100K a month if you want to keep operating what you're doing that made you successful at 10K a month. Okay, and the reason why you don't see this is clear. I see it clearly. There's so many things I could talk for an hour right now, but I'm not going to. Is that I know the numbers so well, I can just see it all right now in my head, like instantly. Okay, and I can just see the problems already. I take everything you're saying, I'm calculating in the numbers, and say, okay, there. I can see the problems. But what's happening is with your business is that you don't know the numbers and you don't see the things, so therefore you're not like seeing really where the issue is. You have an idea, but you're just not really sure. But that's all good information. So those are all the videos. That's good. So a lot of information you gave me, which is great, which is going to help me. I'm taking mental note of all this. Great. So we talked about that. That's kind of the beginning.